Me is pretty excited.
Where'd you go to school?
Oh, you know, the University of California, Berkeley. It's the #1 public institute in the nation, year in, year out. It is what it is. We're for sure headed to the ACC. That's this year? That's happening. You know, play the likes of Clemson, North Carolina.
Geographical rivals.
Yeah, exactly. We're right next.
Long-term rivals.
We're right next to Stanford.
Do you think the Atlantic Coast Conference should change its name if it's going to have,
The Pacific,
Pacific
Coast. No, because SMU's right there. So then you're adding, Texas, in the middle of the country. So it's really just
change the A to
yeah,
any coast.
all the American Continent Conference.
There you go.
Boom.
Maybe you take us a rip on the inside. Just what's the difference between inside and outside, and how much are you adapted to?
JD, you've been around for too long to ask this type of question. You know the difference. No, but the difference is timing. When you're off the edge, you get 3-4 steps. There's a second where you have time to gather and react, and you move interior, and everything just happens a little bit faster. So now it's a now. Now that guard gets a center slide. Now you got to be aware of the protection slides as so forth. And it's not. I would say it's not a huge learning curve because I've dabbled before, but it seems like it's sort of becoming comfortable for me. I have to make it comfortable, and that's the name of the football game. Is be comfortable in uncomfortable positions.
I'm not sure Chase had practiced with y'all full team stuff last time we talked, but you've gotten a chance to look at him for a couple of weeks. What's he bring to the team?
Yeah, he uses his hands well. He's big physical body. He's explosive. Everything that you sort of knew about him was confirmed. And I think he has a willingness to work and respond well, because we'll be out in practice and we're calling each other out because we want to make each other better, and nobody's sensitive about it. Nobody gets butthurt about it. Nobody gets defensive about it. It's all just trying to make each other better.
And when you've got you add somebody who's been really disruptive, who can be disruptive on game day, what does that do for the rest of the line? I mean,
which player are we talking about? Carl? Are we talking about Brian Brzee? We talking about
matter.
Chase? Yeah. You look at anybody.
Yeah.
They're all disruptive. I mean, Colin Sanders we've seen monstrous type plays from him this camp. You talk about Nathan Shepard. You say disruptive, and now I get lost. Put a name on disruptive.
Playing both spots, will that change how you study, prepare in the season? Do you have to study the interior guys
Yes.
as much as
Yes.
doubles the work?
It just adds more work. Yay for me. That's what you look for at year 14, to do more.
Sure.
The name of the game is whatever we've been doing has not been enough, so we have to be able to do more. And if you're not willing to embrace that, beat it.
Honestly, Cam, though, you've accomplished a lot in this league. Is there any? Do you have to be humble to agree to a move like that?
Yes. Nobody's thrilled to go be like, yeah, I do want to fight 3 people sometimes during a play. There's no way. I mean, there's a reason why your interior rushers are monsters, and for that I have to be able to evolve. Here we go.
Does that excite you for?
Of course it does. Come on, more hands. I bring hands to work every day. So what's better than bringing more hands? I don't know how many more hands I can bring, but more hands.
What is obviously you slimmed down.
Yeah, I did.
On the edge.
Wrong time, huh?
Going on the
Wrong
edge.
time to slim down. Yeah. Thanks for pointing that one out. We're just gonna make it a game of speed, without bringing the probably the best interior defensive lineman to ever play the game in Aaron Donald. But you can be small, light, and strong. It's bringing speed to the game. It's now, looking at the Eric Armsteads, the DeForest Buckners, and then combining that with what you see from the old school Geno Atkins and, Aaron Donalds. So it's relearning not just edge rushes, but the interior rushes and how fast he has to go. If anything, I'm looking at, Calais Campbell and how he evolved.
I was just going to ask you, him and J.J. Watt were 2 guys that came to mind who made a career out of doing both.
J.J. was the most dominant disruptor you've ever seen. You guys label him wherever you're going to label him, but anywhere from 9.5, 4i, he was devastating in the way he was able to take the interior gaps.
And for Campbell then specifically, what do you see that how can you do both at the same time? What is
when you play that 5 on first and second down and you go down to that 3, there has to be a mind shift. And so you see, Calais play that strong side defensive end and then go play 4i, and on third downs he lines up on a guard and sometimes a nose. I'm not ready for that nose. I'm just whole different animal on that nose. But when you think about what he's able to do, again, it's just becoming more of a student of the game, which I thought I already was.
With
More season of more, all of it. Mm-hmm.
with so many offenses around the league trying to kind of run this scheme, how does seeing it in practice day after day maybe prepare you guys for the regular season?
Yeah, I mean, we knew exactly what we were getting into. We played the Niners a couple times. Most recently was last year, and so him coming to our team, our offense, the way it's starting to change now, you can see how it's more more motions, more movements. It's all that dressing that as a defense you hate to see because you're just trying to plant your feet in the ground and hit somebody. But that's just it. Now you have to be able to adapt.
If so many teams are like running that dressing, does that naturally become less effective over time? Or?
I hope so. Yeah. I mean, I hope we have the answer to everything.
So Cam, having come into camp slimmed down,
Right.
did you have any idea like that you would be taking more snaps inside at the time, or did you just want to slim down?
I slimmed down for me. Like, at some point, I feel like I faced mortality last year with the injury, and I was like, all right, well, let's be the best version of me. And so I came in. Conditioning has never been an issue for me, as we all know. Being able to play 17 games hasn't been an issue. So now I just want to be the best version of me. So whatever that takes. Again, it's a season of more. Whatever it takes, give more.
Did I read? I think it was Jeremy Fowler that you came back up a little, like you came in even lighter than.
Yeah, I got a little too light. I was gonna make my attempt at just a pure edge guy. Who wants to like stop the run anymore? When everybody heralds just the edge rusher who is a liability on the edge. Like, come on, it sounded fun. And then reality hit. You have to be able to hold that edge as well as be a disruptive force in the run game.
So when you are talking about like facing mortality, like is that hard to come to terms with? Like so many times, like you've had an injury and just fought through it, been able to play through it. For the first time that didn't happen.
Oh, it did. It just wasn't exciting. It was all right. I'm hurt. All right, I can still go forward. So I guess I'm just going to play the run.
But how do you handle that? Like if your body doesn't bounce back as fast as it has in the past.
There was ligaments torn. There's no bounce back. It was gone. But it's literally just looking at like, all right, what can I do to be the best version of me? Is it the running? Is it the training? Is it the rehab? Is it whatever it is? Oh no, it's surgery. Okay, so we have to go get mended. And on the mend now, it's all right. What can I do to better my game? It's the hand drills. It's the combat awareness. It's the sparring. Whatever you do just to train yourself to be like, all right, whatever comes my way, I've now sharpened my skills to now where we get out here. Now it's whether it's swipes, long arms, chops, it's counter moves. I don't think there's anything that I don't have in my bag right now.
How much did you lose?
Just depends on what part of the year we're talking about. Sometimes in the off season you get a little happy. Sometimes late night at 2 o'clock in the morning where you shouldn't be eating, there you are eating. So if we say from last year to this year, ended last year I think sitting at 288, 290. They'd say came to camp about 14 pounds lighter than that. One of these camps I think I touched 269 for the first time since like junior year of high school. And then that's not where I want to be. I think I want to be right around that 280 mark. So now for the first time ever, I gotta eat what I wanted. It was great.
So you
Great.
expect
Time for one more.
you expect to gain more weight before the.
I don't know about more weight. I think I'm happy here.
Okay.
I'm happy right where I'm at. I'm happy the way we're moving. If anything, I'm beyond excited just to be able to get on the field and compete. When you have guys like Carl Granderson, who is in my mind reaching his peak, he seems like he's in top form. When you got a young kid in Chase Young, and I'm able to push him and make him give more. Guys like Brian Brzee, again, make him give more. It's a season of more, and the more we give, the better we'll be. And so hopefully, 6 months from now, we'll be talking about playoffs or whatever it is. 4 months from now, 4 months from now, we'll be talking about a playoff push. I don't want to just be sitting here 3 years out of playoffs talking about, oh man, we could have. I don't have time for could have. We've talked about this before. It's a season of more. Cool? Go Bears.